Hello, hello, how are you today? This is JilliBling, and I cannot wait to share this project with you using Happy Hedgehogs. You can order it today. Today is January 4th, the start of the new catalog. Oh, and finally, after all this time, I can show you the new catalog, but you probably already have it in hand, and it is sale abrasion time. So, for every 50 you spend, you can choose for free this paper, this stamp set. Awesome Otters, everyone is loving that. We'll have to do something with that soon. You could choose designer paper, and if you spend 100, you can choose, oh look at this, Friendly Hello. You could have the stamp set and the paper for 100. Or Special Moments, spend 100, you get these words, and these words are really nice. And you might have seen a previous video using Calming Camellia. Beautiful set. Anyhow, this is live. All this good stuff. Oh, and that, probably don't need to go there. But this sweet talk, sweet. Yeah, I kind of overdid it. So, this is the first time going outside after doing all of that Valentine's. I'm doing something a little different. Happy Hedgehogs, and I'm using this tulip paper. It is so pretty. You would think I can open it. I don't know that I've opened this package yet. Wow. Somebody probably sees what I'm doing wrong, but I just don't get it here. There we go. So, well, since I'm on a roll, look how pretty that is. Now, does that call for spring or what? So after the Valentine's, which was nice to get out of the rich Christmas colors and to get into springtime colors, it's nice to get into these bright, refreshing colors. But this package of paper is what we're going to use for Happy Hedgehogs. I was like, so Tony's birthday is February 2nd, which is Groundhog's Day. And I said, is a hedgehog similar to, look how nicely those go together. Is that similar to a groundhog? So there's that print, which kind of looks like sky. I almost used that. Look at this. This is what we're going to use today. Look at those tulips. Wouldn't hedgehogs like to be creeping down around them? Pretty. This one, I have a sample using that. I have a sample using this. Look at those colors together. Beautiful. Purple. I know all of you purple lovers out there are going to love this one. This one we'll use as a background, and that's kind of cute too. Anyhow, beautiful paper. Very, very spring-like. Oh my gosh, I have such a pile of stuff over there. Okay, so here's the project. There, and you open it up. But look at it from the side. So, it sits like this. Hedgehog. This tree, so cute, cutting it out. Ooh, pain in the behind. You like the clouds? Like my little grass? And a little bird in here. Is that just the sweetest bird? And this is the tree sideways, acting like branches. Tree upright, with grass underneath. Branches. Cute, cute, cute. So this, see the, well here, let me show you this one. Once again, the clouds. This is just plain solid pool party paper with a little sponging, coloring in the hedgehogs and the mushroom. The mushroom, I know I liked the hedgehogs before, but the mushroom I think is my favorite. Again, the grass, the leftover pieces from the grass, then more mushrooms. I used it here on the front and I thought, I really like that, so I put more on the inside. Okay, so the difference in the hedgehogs. Some of you love coloring, therefore color them in. They're cute. Some of you do not like coloring, And there's a punch for that. It is, the sticky's on it for a reason. Here's the punch. And you can do, let's see, where are my papers? Stamp the hedgehog on, I did it on crumb cake, punched it out. Then I did it on, right here, sand, Sahara sand, punched out the whole thing first, and then attached the crumb cake top. There he is, just like that. Stamp twice, punch. Well, I did it 2 times. Cool punch. And it's a bundle. We love bundles. Okay, so I didn't show you the purple one. Purple one, sponging for the sky. Oh, I did show you it because my fascination with little mushrooms. Okay. And on the back, I put what colors I used for the blends. Oh, the Post-it is sometimes trying to get your piece of paper into here, your paper with the stamp on it's the wrong size. So use the Post-it as a handle, and then you could just position it right where you want. Some of you say, I already knew that. I do that all the time. Okay, so Happy Hedgehogs. Has the tree with it, has a mushroom with it, 2 hedgehogs, adorable bird, butterfly, great words. Nice set. Party puffins, just because I overdid Valentine's, I have a lot of Valentines, and my first thought was, oh, they could have little hearts coming up. They could be in love. But like I said, I did a lot of Valentine. So let's move on and change this to birthday. And it could be for any season. I know I put the springtime bulb flowers on there, but you could use it for summer. Like these colors are almost fall. So for any season. So it can be just you're the best or happy birthday, whatever you like. But I wanted it mostly for the cake. Hedgehogs. The layout. Of course, you know how I do my little templates. And we'll be working on this real soon here. Because I have just a plain piece of paper, 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to turn it into this layout right here. Okay, and I use my little blends chart just so when I'm coloring, I know what colors to choose. And we'll be using dies, basic borders. These dies right here make clouds and they make the dirt mounds. So we'll use those. Okay, so let's get pieces out and get started. Cute, cute, much happy, cute. Oh, and just 2 ink pads. Pool party for doing a little bit of blending, and memento for doing coloring. Score tool. Okay, well, let's just jump in and do the base. That's going to go on the inside. Those are outside pieces. Oh, so if you want to do the tree, I suggest putting the tree on the inside, just stamping it, because cutting this thing out was a labor of love. Coloring it, that was fun. That was fine if you like coloring it. But cutting it out, whoo-wee. So think before you choose this one. And it's going to be paper for the hedgehogs. Okay, so take your cutter, and I'll put this right over here so you could kind of follow along. And I'll take a picture of the template, but it's not that hard. Okay, so let's start with doing the score lines. So turn it off to the side. The score lines, turn my paper off to the side. The score lines are at 1 inch, 2 inch, 5 1/4, and scored about 1 inch in, and then continue, just like kind of glide it over, and then here score it for 1 inch. And then also while you're at it, score the middle of it 4 1/4. So when I was doing this, it wasn't all that precise, which is fine. But some of my score lines, kind of go into the different panels. And some of my cut lines are a little bit too long, but after you get it decorated, you don't see any of that. So don't be too, you don't have to be precise. Okay, so let's start out by scoring at, I'm looking right here. Can you see this right there? Yeah, you can. 5 1/4. So I'm going to line this up here. 5 1/4. Get my score. My pink one that says ouch is a cutter. I don't want that right now. Score line, and I'm going to score into what I think is 1 inch, and you can see the little measurements over here, and then over here about 1 inch. The next is 4 1/4, so I scored about 1 inch in. And even if I am a little bit short, because the majority of it has a score on it, it'll work fine. Then go to 4 1/4, and this is going to be this middle section right here. I probably should turn this around. I'm scoring this part right here. So I'm starting about 1 inch in and going to about 1 inch short. Okay, next one is the 2 inch. And I guess this works for me because I know what the general concept is of how I want it to look in the end. So all these little score marks and cut marks, after you've done one, it goes together really easy. See, I have no pressure right here and a little bit right there. Okay, so I did all of my score lines, which are the dashes. Now I'm going to do the cut, and the cut is 1 inch up to 5 1/4. Okay, so here's 1 inch. Get this started to where I think it's about 1 inch, and I could see the score line through there, right there. Pushed it down, and then I'm going to go to this score line right here. Okay. Now I'm going to take this edge and put it at 1 inch. And here's that score line. A little bit more, all the way to 1 inch. Right about there. Now before I move it, that's good. I went over just a little bit too much. That's fine. Good, good. This score line was too big, but it's going to be covered by cute paper. So we are done with that. But I'll take a picture of this. Okay, so now we have our paper. When you look at this one, I know the big part gets folded, so I'm just going to softly kind of fold all these little bits, and I'm looking at this. So it goes up, down, up, up, down, up. Do the same with the other side. These go down. Okay, there it is. Just like that. So now I'll take my bone folder and confirm the folds. Okay, paper base done. Okay, so now the pieces. This is the fun part. This is going to be for the clouds. This is going to be, oops. Okay, so when you do the clouds, see how I have 2 pieces from here? Those are both from the one paper. So if you can, like maybe put it off to the edge a little bit, and that allows maybe one side a little bit bigger than the other. So I'm going to be using this top square. Then I'll take this one. I think I have to cut it twice. I'll be able to flip it over and cut it a second time. Got it right here. I cut it 2 times. So I cut it. Just the one piece, you will be able to get 2 little pieces. So cut it there. And then this one, turn this over, cut it right like that. And it doesn't matter where or how you cut it, because now I can layer them on top of each other and put a dimensional right under here, and that will make kind of a layered cloud, just like that. Okay, clouds. And while I'm at it, let's do the grass. So the grass, you need just one piece. Actually, you need two of them. So when you look at this, see how that part is tall and it's short here? So I'll take this and cut it like that. And hang on to this piece because that's what becomes the inside. And then do the same with this one. So I have my pieces. We'll work with those in just a minute. Okay, so back to assembly. That's for stamping. This piece is for the inside. And you know, I was thinking, oh, I'll cut a T-shaped, and it was so hard to cut that, but I don't think you miss it too much up there. Because the mushrooms are so cute, you don't miss nothing. So, this is going to go right here. Layer, layer. And then these are going to go right on here. But let me show you something. On this one, see how I dropped it down a little bit and there's a little bit of gap on either side, which was what I had planned. But this one I put the designer paper right up to the top. It leaves a big old gap at the bottom, but you don't see that. So you could do it either way, however you like. And you will, once you have these designer paper pieces on this panel, you will have to trim it just a little bit. I have one done. But that's just because I don't always cut exactly straight, but you will have to trim off a little bit of the designer paper on the edges. Okay. So, hedgehogs. Let's go. Here's the clouds. Ooh. Okay, this one might not have clouds on it, just because they would fit right here. But I really like those tulips. Okay, let me see once I put the grass on. Grass, grass. You know what? No clouds. Doesn't that look better? Just because the paper is so pretty. Okay, no clouds. Okay. So we can attach the grass. But before I do that, you might want to stamp on here. So see this one, how I stamped the words, and then I stamped a little bit of grass. This one, I used the grass stamp and the words right in the middle. It's better to stamp it before you put it on with dimensionals. So, how about the words? I had a plan. Make a wish. Just a minute. I had it all kind of laid out, so I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to put make a wish right down here. Because you know I have to have a plan. You don't know how many times I wing it and it takes forever, and then I don't always like it. So I think I have a plan here. So make a wish will be at the bottom. Good. And I will put some grass on here, but I'm not quite sure where yet. So if this is going to go here, I guess it doesn't matter. And you will have to trim your grass a bit, your green paper grass. Okay, so the grass stamp, I'm just going to put a few. I want to do the mushrooms. I really like the mushrooms. Not saying I like it more than the hedgehogs, but I really like them. And one of these is going to be covered, and I'm not sure which one, so just lots of grass. Because I have a feeling hedgehogs like grass. If the stamp set has mushrooms, they like mushrooms. Okay, that's looking good. So let's put the grass on. I should come up with a plan. So this one will be here, and I'll put that one on dimensionals. This one, actually that looks pretty good just as is. Because sometimes if you want it shorter, you'll have to trim it. But I like just how that is. Okay, so this one is going to go on with liquid glue. And keep in mind when you put it on here, oh, I didn't fold my paper straight. I might drop it just a little bit lower than planned. That this, you do not want any adhesive, because that part, if you have adhesive on it, it'll stick to this side panel. So I know eventually I'm going to have glue all over this whole thing. You could use your tape runner if you want. Okay, no glue at the top, not quite sure where. So I know the bottom is good, but not right up here. Glue. Okay, so that one is looking good. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, there's very little that I have to worry about. Okay, and now this one, excuse me, I'm going to go right here, just like that. Okay, so glue all over all of it, but not, there's just a little bit, not right here. Glue. And then not where my thumb is. Definitely along the bottom. Okay, grass is done. So now I need hedgehogs, and I want this one to have the birthday cake. So, hedgehogs birthday cake. Here's one of them. In memento, oop, I didn't ink the center of it. Okay, and the other one. Okay, and some butterflies. How about 3 butterflies? Oop, really close. And some mushrooms. Lots of mushrooms. Because I like them. Okay, so when you're envisioning this mushroom, what color? I know you already saw the purple. But what is your natural go-to color when you look at this kind of cutesy mushroom? Is it red? Maybe because I'm looking at the paper, I say red. With white dots. Did you see this bird too? It's really cute. Look how cute he is. He's holding a flower. Okay, oh, and then check out this hedgehog. I took the flower from the bird. Or no, let me rephrase that. The bird gave it to the hedgehog to give to the other hedgehog. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to color these and cut them out, hand cut them out, and color these. And with the magic of TV, I have some of them done. Red mushrooms. They're so cute. And the cake. I didn't do the cake. Okay. Maybe it's because I started this last night, and when I sleep and I dream about projects, I come up with ideas. In the hedgehog world, isn't that the perfect cake? A cinnamon, that's the color, cake. Because cinnamon, doesn't that come from like a tree in the bark or something like that? So hedgehogs, they have to like it. Topped with a mushroom and a candle on top. Yeah. Okay, so how about, no, I need a layout. And I kept these candles. They could go on random little mushrooms. So I want to save one mushroom for the inside. These two, I should have more of a plan. How about, those could be on the outside. Okay, they're looking at the cake. And then they're surrounded by lots of mushrooms. Do I have one more mushroom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that one's going to go on the inside. That's top. Okay, here we go. This one's going to go here. My mushroom cake, because there's a white flower, I might put it over here. You had to come up with a plan. And I know it's a little bit busy, but just think about all these critters, these hedgehogs. They are living, they're living their true life. They're in flowers and they're in mushrooms. What more could a hedgehog want? I want them to be kind of not buried, but just like loving the hedgehog life. Well, this one may be up here. Won't be able to let my fingers up off of it. Make a wish. Okay, I overdid it, but that one could go down underneath. Okay, so stay in place. I have to attach these beads. Oh, and then these, okay, we'll add on. Okay, so this one, yeah, it's a little bit over the top. But you have to admit it's cute. And look at the dots. They equal the mushrooms. Okay, so this one, a lot of these, they'll just go on with liquid glue. And then the hedgehogs will go on with dimensionals. So this one could be stuck at the bottom, and then just on the one, oops, I put it on the wrong side. Glue just on this side. You kind of have to reverse it. Okay, scooch over. You're going to be in a field of mushrooms. Okay, right there. Mushrooms and tulips. Okay, and this guy could go on dimensionals. Maybe I had too much time to think about this one. It's a little crazy. Make a wish. Dream about mushrooms. Okay. I want to cover his nose. That one could go underneath. Oop. I might have to limit the mushrooms on the front and put some on the inside, because I still have to get the cake. The cake is the icing on the cake, a mushroom. Okay, and I need a little more of a plan. So this can go right there. It is a little busy. Well, sometimes that just is how it is. You all know how cute it is. what I got for you. It's a special cake. Yeah, I'm getting a little crazy here. It's cute. Hey. Look, I made it just for you. So do you like the fun fold? We'll have to do it again. Okay, I have one more. I know, I should just give it up, put it on the inside. But I colored it, and it's cute. Okay, it might go to the might come back out here. Okay, so these candles, oh, it could be like the little forest is all aglow with candles. Okay, these are romantic hedgehogs. Like, see what I made for you? Okay, this one, I had to give it just a bit to dry. That could go right there. Okay, just dry. So now these, I was trying to get it into a bright color. My first thought was, how about purple? But that would kind of clash. Wanted it to stand out. Oh, in the catalog they have these little, I think they're brass, little butterflies. Look at those brushed brass butterflies, and they're all self-adhesive. We'll use these sometime soon. Okay, hedgehogs. It looks like a romantic party. It's looking good. Whew. Okay, so for the inside, which is this paper, I want to do the tree, but I don't want to cut it out. That was kind of crazy. So I'll do the tree. I don't know if I like the tree or the mushrooms better. Well, I like the hedgehogs too. Okay, so this could go up about that high. Nice. And how about butterfly? Butterfly. Oop. Butterfly. And then I have it colored. You know, the clouds, I wonder if they could go in here. No, that might look funny. Yeah. Okay, no clouds on this one. Okay, so it's all colored. Oh, I want to do some of the blue. Just a hint of pool party with my blending brush. I know you guys got a lot of these. Did you forget? And I'm going to go right over my colored image. Start out just going across the top. And then as the ink wears out, I'll focus a little bit more toward the center, just to give it a hint of color. That's good. Just a little bit. Ooh, there's a party going on the outside of that card. That's a little crazy. Okay, so we have this one and this one. So these bottom pieces, you don't just have to put them on like that and think it looks like a bowl. You want the edge with the dot, 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 dot. So it can go from here, see how that's right at the edge, to over here. And then this piece will cover it up. And it could be just a little bit different. Whatever kind of angle you want. And then just trim it off. So maybe something like that. So I'm going to put some glue. What kind? I think I'll stick with this liquid glue. I know we want it along the edge. I know it'll creep up just a little bit. Here. Okay, that's right there at the corner. Then here. I'm not going to worry so much about this because I know the other piece will cover it. I'll just let that dry for a minute. Then this one, maybe just like that. So it's going to go up a little bit high and then right down along here. And I can always add more glue after I trim it. But right now I'm just looking at how does this look, and I want a little bit of a crossover with the dots on it. And I'm not worried at all about how straight they are, what it looks like on the back, because I'll trim it. Oh, my little mushrooms. On here I could put grass. I'll put some more grass. But you know what? I need to trim it before, otherwise my grass will be crooked. Okay, that's enough time to dry. So on here, trim, trim. Guess I could use a paper cutter. Ooh, 2 layers of paper. There we go, that's better. Okay. Oh, very little, but that's fine. Let me see if I have glue underneath it. Ah, that's just fine. Okay, so actually I kind of like how little that is. Now, memento, tiny grass. That'll do it. Oh, I need words on here. Yikes. I should have stamped it before I did all this work. Okay. Here's just stamping correctly. I'm going to test it. Okay, this is what it would look like on the card inside. Just fine. So maybe right up here. Okay. Well, the letters are all kind of not perfectly straight. It's just fine. Don't you love it when that happens? Now, I'll put these wherever. There's a little smudge, so one's going here. How does that happen? I'm not smudgy today. Right there. And I don't know. How about right there? And I know it's going to go over the edge, but that's okay because I have a little bit of border of the evergreen paper. So that's what's going to happen. Okay, this one's going to go over that one because there's so many growing in this here. Where do hedgehogs grow? Are they in the forest? Mine are with trees and grass and mushrooms. Okay, that is a little bit overkill on the front, but it's so cute. Look how happy they are. They're happy because they're surrounded by mushrooms and a mushroom cake and candles. Oh, look at that. Okay. This one is almost out. But it was enough for today. Okay, there is my hedgehog fun fold card. A little bit crazy. So, 3 of them. This one is crazy. This one's a bit more calm. That one's a bit more calm. But they're all very happy. They're all very springtime. Thank you for watching. I will put everything used on my blog, and my blog is JilliBling.com. And down at the bottom, I'll put the paper cut sizes and all the products used, a little thumbnail in case you want to get some of these products yourself. Okay, hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.